Hello, Rachel. Thank you so much for giving your time for this video.
You're
This is a
welcome.
very important video for three purposes, like that we were talking before. First, to know what is working with the coaching, with my service towards you, and what do you feel is working the most, what has worked the most, and what is working for you, right? So that I can keep on focusing in what works. Second, talking about your testimonial. Where were you before we started coaching? Where do you consider to be yourself as per your situation now, right? And as we continue to coach with the coaching, and then who would you recommend this working with me or using these tools, right? And why?
Okay, I'll try to remember all of that.
I'll guide you, don't worry. So we can start with the first, which is what do you feel has worked the most for you as we
Um, okay, so we've only been doing it for a few short weeks, and I've had a few things happen in between that has caused a bit of setbacks in my practices. Um, Two of the things that are prominent that still are very successful is the heart breathing exercises and the inner ease. Um, Also being grateful and holding gratitude. Um, because I have a lot of anxiety um, with regards to my situation. And I was at a place where I just felt that I couldn't get past. And I felt very stuck. And I had tried multiple things before. And like I said, I reached out to you because it's something different. And because of the way I learn and the way my thought process is, it was the one last thing that I haven't tried. So I'm grateful to have tried this with you.
So if this was, I have a question on that. If this was the one last thing that you hadn't tried before, has it made a difference from other things that you tried and how?
Yes. So before I was in a pain management clinic and they tried to give me some similar techniques, but in a different way. Um, but no matter what, it kept triggering symptoms and flare-ups within my body and my mind, and I was not validated and not listened to when I addressed those concerns. um, they told me that things were in my head in regards to the pain I was experiencing, and later on found out that there was actual tears and injuries that was causing it. So now it's for me to shift the mindset to be able to cope with some of the things that I'm experiencing. My situation has changed a bit now that I know I have some permanent long-term injuries. Um, but now something else has come up as a result of those injuries with my most recent past employer. Um, and it's affecting my ability to do things like walk past the store without going into a full-blown panic attack and things like that. So um, your exercises, even though it's not 100% yet because we're still fairly new in this program, there has been some improvements in terms of being able to go past the store, knowing that it's the feelings, what's connected to my past versus what's happening now. I'm more aware of the feelings that relate to the past, which makes me feel like I'm in the same situation, and I'm more coherent in being able to separate that because I'm not currently living that experience. So that has definitely helped. I'm very appreciative of that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Well, you've shared pretty much about that would be like a testimonial pretty much. But if you were to summarize it, where do you've already explained where you were before in your situation. Where do you believe you're now as per you where you were in your situation? What has changed for you?
My confidence level is not as bad as it was. It has improved. I mean, there's still a lot of room for improvement. And by the time we finish our 12 weeks, I'm hoping that I will be in that place. That is my goal and your goal to help me with. But I wasn't going outside. I wasn't leaving my house. I became very, very self-conscious. And I still have a lot of things to work on in terms of it. Because I'm different than the way I was before what happened. And it's adjusting to being different and still being able to put out there and building the confidence to be. So I would say in a percentile range, which is kind of how my mind kind of works, I would say I'm probably about 30 to 40% better than what I was. And I'm hoping that by the end of this, I will be in the 90 percentile range. Because I mean, it's going to be a long term of growth and work. So nothing is ever going to be 100%. There's always room for improvement. But I'm hoping that I'll get to where I need to be.
Thank you so much, Rachel.
You're welcome.
Recommend this work to when working with me?
Pardon?
Who would you recommend this work that you're doing with me? Why?
People that I would probably recommend it to anybody who feels less than living their true 100% authentic self. People that have been injured, people that have been bullied and harassed, people that have been isolated, people that have been abused, losing their self-worth, people that struggle with loss and grief, people that have come out of some pretty harsh relationships and are at their low, people that feel that they have no one else to turn to, because when you feel stuck and when you try to express that you need just that one little boost or support to help you overcome that hurdle, most physicians, doctors, therapists overlook it and don't necessarily see that. And the goal at the end of the day is to be able to go forward and elevate, not stay stagnant in that state and just talk about it. It's about doing the work. And yes, there are some cognitive exercises and stuff that we do in our sessions, but they are done in a different way, which I find more effective. I think people that are neurodivergent might benefit from this as well, because their minds, like mine, process differently and not to the systematic norms of society and clinical observation and wording and so on and so forth. So
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been really insightful what you have shared. I believe that anybody looking at this video will benefit a lot if they are passing through any of the moments in life that you just mentioned, right? Or that if they are going through a similar situation that you were going through, I believe this can show them what is possible and available, right? And
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you so much for being open to sharing this.
Yeah, you're welcome. You have been a very positive part of a very dark time. So
It's been an honor.
definitely grateful.
I want you to know that it's been an honor. It is an honor. And it's amazing and a privilege to witness your transformation as we work. I love that
Thank
you're
you.
committed. I love that you're committed and that you find in the tools a way to commit as well. And because you're able to see your own results right away.
Yeah, and I'm able to see the differences as to how I was thinking and why I was thinking, and things that relate to past. And because I'm very aware that the brain is the most intelligent computer in the world, and possibly beyond, that the amount of things that it can create can either be absolutely amazing or absolutely terrifying and detrimental to one's health. Like, studies have already shown that, if you think badly and horrible things about yourself, like, your body reacts to the point where you can actually make yourself physically sick, right? And we don't think about that. And sometimes the things that we're doing or that our mind is creating is contributing. And so it's important to at least try something like this, because it could possibly shift and you could end up with the opposite outcome. One thing I can say is that you don't end up worse by having sessions with you. It's impossible to go down. And for anybody and everybody, any sort of leveling up is worth it, because you're taking care of yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about being able to respond for yourself, basically.
Exactly. And not have to respond to everybody's wants and needs. And we forget about ourselves so frequently with society and jobs and families and obligations and responsibilities, that we actually do this without even thinking, and we just do it because we're told to do it. It's never about what you actually really need internally. So it's because I think differently, it takes me longer to process things. Where somebody might, in 3 sessions, have it like figured out in the drop of a hat and is able to, but because of the way my brain is so analytical and how it works, it makes it more challenging. But
for you, which is really
I'm
good.
definitely glad I get to do the challenge, because challenging myself is the only way I'm going to grow.
Fantastic. Rachel, thank you so much for sharing and sharing what your situation was and how it has helped you and your testimonial. I'm sure that anybody looking at this video will definitely benefit from what you've shared. And see you next week for your session.
Actually, it's tomorrow.
Oh, okay, we have it tomorrow. Fantastic.
Tomorrow, yes.
Fantastic.
You're welcome, Alan.
Thank you so much. Thank you for contributing.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.